Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel. This is Loren again. Today we're going to be going over the 4 myths of front-load washing machines. Moving into number one, the number one myth is that front-load washers are hard to maintain and that they smell. So there's a couple things that they've done to fix this over the years. The first ones, they did have a few problems. But the first thing that we'll notice is that most of your front-load washing machines now have a tub clean cycle. So you actually can run that tub clean cycle. It's kind of like a sub-clean on an oven. So what that's going to do is going to release hot water onto the washing machine. It's a long cycle that helps kind of keep things clean and kind of runs them through a nice clean cycle for you. Next thing, most of your rubber seals have antimicrobial material on the inside, kind of approved through the FDA and stuff, so that kind of helps the mildew and mold grow in between. Another tip I have is with this particular LG, this one actually has a patented door where it'll actually keep the door open without it being fully open. That's one big benefit I have for LG washing machines. If you don't have an LG and if you don't have that particular type of door, some people keep like a little tennis ball or something right in the corner there to keep that open. And it's moved on to number 2 myth, guys, and that is that you can't add a article of clothing once you've started the washing machine, and that is a myth. You actually can. So when you actually start the washing machine, what you do is you can actually push the pause button. Let's say if you forgot a pair of socks. You can actually pause that after you started the machine. What that's going to do, all that water is going to drain to the bottom of this reservoir. Another myth that people think is that these front loads fill up completely with water. Actually, that's a myth as well. It's only this much water that fills up into the clothes. So what happens is when you push that pause button, all that water is going to drain to the bottom of this reservoir, and then you're able to throw in the whatever article of clothing that you have. You close the door, push start again, and it's a myth is that front-load washing machines are noisier when they operate just because of their faster spin speed. That's actually false. So all of your front loads, the majority of your front loads anyway, have a direct drive motor, which means there's no belts, clutches, pulleys, or brakes. That's actually going to help out with your vibration on its own. Most of your other front loads now, especially your LGs, your Maytags, your Whirlpools, all have some type of true balance technology where it actually will balance itself. That's the biggest complaint. If you have a washing machine that's noisy, I would check the balance of the unit to see if it is actually level. If it's not level, I would go ahead and adjust the feet to do that. A lot of your modern front loaders, though, they can actually be a little off, and it'll actually will balance itself as the load is washing. So imagine if you have like 15 wet towels, the washer is actually going to kind of disperse those towels evenly throughout the drum, so it's not all lumped onto one side. If you notice that, you might have a calibration issue in your washing machine. All right, guys, going into our last myth, number 4 here, is that you can't fully load the machine. So these ones are actually measured in cubic feet. So most of these are going to be 4.3, 4.5 cubic feet. A lot of people think because the front loads use less water, you can't load them to their full capacity. That is a myth. So 4.5 cubic feet, you could actually fit a king-size comforter into the unit. This one's actually a 4.5. If we look in the tub here in a second, we'll notice that you could actually fit a lot in there. Front loads are actually kind of auto-smart. What they'll do is they auto-sense the load. They'll move around at the beginning of the cycle. You hear it kind of shake, and it'll kind of balance the load and figure out how many clothes are in that load. Also, having more clothes in the load will actually create more agitation between the clothes, which helps get the clothes cleaner. You don't want to pack the washing machine too tight where it can't get agitation to occur by stuffing the clothes in there, but you could fully load a washing machine as long as you're not stuffing the clothes in there. But all right, guys, thank you for watching the channel this week. Feel free to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.